Hello, everyone. Today, we're taking a journey through the pages of a book that chronicles America's relationship with so-called conspiracy theories. The book is called Hidden History, an exposé of modern crimes, conspiracies and cover-ups in American politics, by Jeffries. The book begins with what Jeffries calls the big one: the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. According to Jeffries, this event was the catalyst for a wave of public distrust in the government. Kennedy was unlike any president before him. He refused a salary, never attended a Bilderberg meeting, and was the first Catholic president in America's history. He was a war hero, an intellectual, and a man who seemed to genuinely care about the people. But here's where things get interesting. Kennedy had a lot of powerful enemies. He was the first president to take on organized crime. He had a contentious relationship with the CIA, and he was at odds with Israel over their nuclear program. Big business, especially the oil industry, had reasons to oppose him, and he was even planning to strip the Federal Reserve of its control over the money supply. The assassination itself is shrouded in mystery. Jeffries argues that, while Lee Harvey Oswald may have pulled the trigger and killed the president, he was not a lone gunman. The evidence is compelling, the cover-up was sloppy, and the official investigation, the Warren Commission, was anything but thorough. The commission was filled with people who had no love for Kennedy, including Allen Dulles, the CIA director JFK had fired. The evidence of a conspiracy is everywhere. The presidential limousine, the literal crime scene, was tampered with. The rifle allegedly used by Oswald was misidentified, and the chain of custody for evidence was a mess. Witnesses were intimidated, and key pieces of evidence, like JFK's brain, mysteriously disappeared. The book delves into the Gulf of Tonkin incident, which was used as a pretext to escalate the Vietnam War. Jeffries suggests that this was a false flag operation designed to sway public opinion. The CIA's Operation Northwoods, which proposed staging terrorist attacks in the U.S., and blaming Cuba, is another example of the government's willingness to manipulate the truth. The book also explores the idea of controlled opposition. Figures like Tom Hayden and Rennie Davis, leaders of the anti-war movement, were allegedly funded by establishment think tanks. This raises the question, were these movements truly grassroots, or were they being manipulated by those in power? The assassination of Robert F. Kennedy is another focal point. Sirhan was convicted of the crime, but Jeffries argues that there were too many inconsistencies in the official story. Witnesses reported hearing more shots than Sirhan's gun could have fired, and the autopsy report showed that the fatal shot came from a different angle. The book also tackles the Chappaquiddick incident, during which Senator Ted Kennedy accidentally drove a car off a bridge, resulting in the death of his passenger. Jeffries suggests that this was an orchestrated political assassination of Ted Kennedy, one planned by the same forces who were behind the deaths of his two brothers. The official story is full of holes, and the media's handling of the event raises more questions than answers. The book then fast-forwards to the Reagan years, a time of rampant corruption. The Iran-Contra affair, the October surprise, and the Inslaw scandal are all explored in detail. Jeffrey suggests that powerful forces were at work, manipulating events to suit their agenda. The book also delves into the death of Vince Foster, a Clinton White House counsel, whose death was ruled a suicide, but has all the hallmarks of a cover-up. The evidence is compelling. The crime scene was tampered with, and key witnesses were intimidated. The Clinton years are portrayed as a period of scandal and conspiracy. The Waco siege, the Oklahoma City bombing, and the death of Ron Brown are all examined. Jeffries argues that the government's handling of these events was suspicious, to say the least. The book also explores the Clinton body count, a list of people with connections to the Clintons who died under mysterious circumstances. While some of these deaths may be coincidental, the sheer number raises eyebrows. The 9/11 attacks mark a turning point in the book. Jeffries questions the official narrative, pointing out the many inconsistencies and unanswered questions. From the failure of the military to intercept the hijacked planes to the mysterious collapse of Building 7, the evidence suggests that there is more to the story than the government has let on. The book continues with the Bush and Obama administrations, highlighting the continuation of questionable policies and the persistence of conspiracy theories. From the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan to the drone assassination program, Jeffries argues that the U.S. government has continued to act in ways that are often hidden from public scrutiny. In conclusion, Hidden History is a call to action. It urges readers to question the official narratives, to demand transparency, and to hold those in power accountable. The book is a reminder that the truth is often hidden, and it is up to us to uncover it. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Hidden History. I hope this episode has sparked your curiosity and encouraged you to think critically about the world around you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this episode with your friends. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep shining that bright light on the truth. This has been a BrightLearn video from BrightLearn.ai on the book Hidden History, an exposé of modern crimes, conspiracies, and cover-ups in American politics by Donald Jeffries. Visit BrightLearn.ai for more fascinating videos like this one, and naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage and breaking news on critical stories that keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.